Most people try to improve their mind by doing one of two things. They either train their brain with exercises and mental challenges, or they practice meditation to calm and stabilize their thinking. Both approaches are popular. Both claim to improve focus, memory, and mental performance. But they work in very different ways. And that leads to an important question. Which one actually works better? The answer depends on what problem you're trying to solve. Because brain performance is not just about mental power. It's also about mental stability. And many people confuse those two things. For example, someone may spend hours doing memory exercises or problem-solving games, but still struggle to concentrate during normal work. Another person may meditate regularly and feel calmer, but still have difficulty processing complex information quickly. This happens because the brain has different functions that require different conditions. Brain training and meditation affect those conditions in different ways. To understand the difference, start with brain training. Brain training focuses on stimulation. It challenges your brain with tasks that require attention, memory, pattern recognition, or fast thinking. The goal is to activate specific mental processes repeatedly. This can improve familiarity with certain types of tasks. For example, if you regularly practice remembering patterns or solving logic problems, your brain becomes more efficient at those activities. There's value in that. The brain adapts to repetition. But there's also a limitation. Many people assume that improvement in one type of task automatically transfers to everything else. That's not always true. You can become better at a specific exercise without improving your overall mental clarity. That's because performance is not only about stimulation. It's also about regulation. And this is where meditation becomes different. Meditation does not focus on increasing mental activity. It focuses on stabilizing it. Instead of pushing the brain harder, meditation trains attention and awareness. It reduces unnecessary mental movement. This can help lower mental noise and improve consistency. For many people, the biggest problem is not lack of mental ability. It's constant distraction. Their attention keeps shifting. Their thoughts remain fragmented. Their brain rarely stays in one state long enough to work efficiently. Meditation addresses that instability. It helps the brain settle. And when the brain becomes more stable, focus often improves naturally. But meditation also has limitations. Some people expect it to dramatically increase processing speed or memory capacity. That expectation creates disappointment. Meditation supports regulation. It does not replace active learning or mental engagement. So now you have two different systems. One increases stimulation. The other improves stability. And most people only focus on one side. That's where the real problem begins. Too much stimulation without regulation creates overload. Your brain stays active, but scattered. Too much regulation without engagement can reduce mental sharpness over time. Your brain becomes calm, but underused. The goal is not choosing one over the other. It's understanding how they work together. Think about how your brain performs during a productive day. You need focus. You need clarity. You also need the ability to process and organize information. That requires both activation and stability. Brain training supports activation. Meditation supports stability. When combined correctly, they can complement each other. But the order matters. If your mind is constantly distracted, adding more stimulation may increase mental fatigue. In that situation, regulation becomes more important first. On the other hand, if your thinking feels slow or passive, more mental engagement may help. This is why there is no universal answer. Different people have different problems. Some need less noise, others need more challenge, and many need both. There's another important factor. Consistency matters more than intensity. People often approach mental improvement in extreme ways. They try difficult programs for a few days, then stop completely. The brain does not respond well to that pattern. It responds to repetition and stability over time. A short daily system is usually more effective than occasional intense effort. This also explains why simple habits often outperform complicated routines. Regular focus sessions, controlled input, short periods of reflection, mental challenges with clear structure. These are sustainable. And sustainability matters because brain performance is connected to long-term patterns, not temporary motivation. Another common mistake is expecting immediate results. Mental performance changes gradually. The effects are often subtle at first. You notice slightly better focus, slightly less mental fatigue, slightly more control over attention. Over time, those small improvements become more consistent. That consistency is what most people are actually looking for. Not constant peak performance, just reliable mental clarity. This leads to the key insight. Brain training and meditation are solving different problems. One strengthens mental activity, the other reduces interference. Neither works well in isolation if the rest of your environment is unstable, because your brain is always responding to conditions around it. Sleep, stress, interruptions, overload, and habits all influence how well these systems work. That means no method is magic. Not brain games, not meditation apps, not mental hacks. The real improvement comes from creating conditions where your brain can operate efficiently. And once those conditions are stable, both stimulation and regulation become more effective. In the end, the better question is not which one works better. It's what does your brain need more right now? More structure? More calm? More challenge? Or fewer distractions? The answer changes depending on the problem. If this helped you better understand the difference between brain training and meditation, consider subscribing. This channel focuses on practical ways to improve focus, clarity, and mental performance without unnecessary complexity. And if you want to explore a structured routine that combines mental focus, stability, and consistent cognitive habits, there's a resource linked in the description that may help you organize those elements into a simple daily system. Your brain performs best when stimulation and stability work together. That balance is what creates consistent mental clarity.